What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This might be a little different from what you typically expect from a MSD YouTube video, but I have been fortunate enough to be sponsored by Watcher of Realms. So this video today is all about Watcher of Realms. Big thank you to them for reaching out and sponsoring the channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you would like to download this game and try it out for yourself, the link will be not only in the description of this video, but in the pinned comment. So give the game a download if you think you're interested. And yeah, let's get a little bit into the gameplay, how this game works, and what you can expect. One thing to note, future MSD coming in here, if you are a new player who decides to download Watcher of Realms, if you go into your profile area and tap on settings, there is a promo code redeem option. If you enter the code, it's going to be put on the screen, play Watcher of Realms, WOR 2024. I can even type it in here and show you. Play WOR 2024. If you enter that code, see, I can't enter it because I'm not a new player, but if you enter this code right here and you are a new player to the game, you immediately get 1 rare summoning crystal, 100 diamonds, and a huge stamina potion. So this is only for new players. Returning players unfortunately can't get this, but if you think this game is something you're interested in, definitely download it, enter this code. I believe it expires on July 18th, so you have a lot of time for this code to be effective. So if the game is something that you're interested in, make sure to get this code. Start off with a bang. So, Watcher of Realms is a heavy fantasy RPG tower defense based game. You're going to see in the gameplay later on in the video that the core of this game is tower defense. So, in certain other mobile games that have a fantasy umbrella, I guess you could call it, there's not that much emphasis on defending something. It's more being on the attack. Whereas Watcher of Realms kind of flips the script, and you are the defense. You have to keep things out from getting to you. The further you progress, the harder it gets, of course. That's how games work. But not only is it a fantasy tower defense style game, but it is artistically magnificent. If you look at some of these character models, I mean, they're just fantastic. You know, this was the first character that I was introduced to, and this is the evolved version of him. He originally started as this blue type of chrysalis thing. If I have a picture, I'll put it on the screen. But he evolved into this almost like warlock, Iceman combination looking character. Very cool. This is the leader of my team right now, Borat. He is an absolute behemoth. And there are other magnificent character models. If we just go and look at, I believe the gallery will show us, I mean, there's so many. Like, Volka is a character you can earn towards the end of the story progression. You can just get her for free by playing through the story. And I mean, look at this. This kind of reminds me of Purgatory a little bit if you're an MCOC player. So, I mean, so many characters. There's Felicia over here. I don't even know how to pronounce this name, but this is just incredible. I mean, one thing I will say about Watcher of Realms specifically is their art is fantastic. I think it is some of the best art I've seen in mobile gaming, and I come from a game that has pretty significantly impactful art. It's kind of the selling piece of a lot of contests is the art. So, Watcher of Realms, right away, you can see that art is a very important thing for them, and they take it very seriously. So I appreciate that. Now, I think we're good with the showcase part of the art. Let's get a little bit into the anniversary, actually. So, this is the 1-year anniversary of Watcher of Realms. That's another reason that they reached out to me, was to promote the 1-year anniversary. So, if you start playing the game now, within the next, I believe, 20 give or take days, I'm going to see exactly how many days because I'm going to look at a calendar, you just get free rewards. The game's been out for a year, and all you have to do is sign in. Daily rewards for signing in, very similar to other games where you have a incentive to sign in, and the more you sign in, the more you get rewarded. Every day you get one of these summoning crystals, and the further you get into the calendar, the better the rewards get. As at the very end, you get these ancient summoning crystals. And the ancient summoning crystal is kind of like the Paragon crystal of this game. And the ancient summoning crystal only has 4 to 5 stars. So if you want to try out a new tower defense RPG game, and you're interested in this, logging in every day during this celebration is going to be your best friend, because the guaranteed aspect of these rewards is pretty good in my opinion. So, this Legends event has a ton of different things. There's even an event campaign where if you're a high enough level, you can start going through this Legends story chapter. And I'm not exactly there yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting up the ranks, but I'm still working through the story quest myself and doing some of the other Alliance events. But this Legend event is very helpful for new players. So if you're interested, again, links are down in the description below. Now, let's get into the gameplay and show off all the different types of things you can do. One more thing before I move on from the 1 year celebration is Watcher of Realms are introducing 2 new characters, Yiamet and Anora. I believe I'm pronouncing those names correctly. I could be butchering them, but even if I am, Ymeret and Anora, I'm sorry. So Ymeret and Anora are the 2 new limited time characters for Watcher of Realms. So if you are interested in achieving them and getting them at the end of this event, download Watcher of Realms yourself and enjoy the festivities. Now, let's get on to the gameplay. Watcher of Realms has a plethora of different areas where you can progress, whether it's the story content, the raid system, the guild feature. There's tons of different things. I want to show off a little bit of the story content, and then I'll do a raid boss or 2, just to show off the diversity of the content available to you if you decide to pick up this game. There's over 170 unique characters in this game, and unlike other similar fantasy games, this game, it allows you to collect these characters a lot easier. So if you want access to some of these more prestigious characters, all you have to do is progress. And especially during this anniversary event, you get a ton of summons for free. So the more you log in, the more summons you can get, the more characters you can collect. So I want to show off some of the later game content, at least for my progression level in Watcher of Realms. I've got my team set up here, and like I said earlier, this is a tower defense game. So the characters can fight automatically, but what you need to do is you need to set up the map to defend your crystal over here. You see the blue crystal? That's what you need to defend. So your entire concept is, I need to set up my defenders, I need to set up my attackers, and I need to set up my healers. So right now I've got 1 defender. I should put a healer right next to him. And this area of effect thing that shows is the areas of which she can heal other characters. So my defender is in the range of being healed, so I'm going to put her right next to my defender. Then I have this range character, which has the same thing. You just choose the direction, and the area of effect will attack whatever squares the direction leads up to. So right now it's leading up to these 2 portals where the monsters are coming out of, and now I can place almost the rest of my characters. I have another area of effect character right here. I'm going to put him right at the beginning of the portal closest to the right side. So there's a character defending that, and then I need another range character going this way because there's 4 portals, 2 back on this side and then 2 towards the top here. So it's just about balancing out the playing field and making sure that you don't mistakenly place somebody, because if you do, you have to send them back. Like I'll show an example. Let's say I didn't want to place this lady up here in this spot. I would hit this running button right here, and that would send her back to my team. And right here behind my face cam is the rest of my team. It would send her back to my team, and then I'd have to wait 60 seconds in order to place her again. So you really want to emphasize proper placement of your characters so you don't lose out on a potential game-winning situation where you need a character in a specific position, but you misplace them and then you can't win the match. So I'm going to place the rest of my characters here. I'm going to put a defender right at the beginning of this portal, so I have essentially 3 portals to worry about, and then I need 1 more healer who I'm going to place right here. So 1 defender on this side is completely safe, and then another one right here, another healer right here, would be getting this guy on the very far end, but he's out of range, so if he starts to become unhealthy, I might just draw him back in and not worry about it, because It's nice to have a defender for this spot, but it's not necessary because there's only one crystal to defend. Sometimes there are more than one crystal, or there is more than one crystal, so you want to make sure you have at least 2 defenders on your team when placing down to defend the map. And maybe I can find a match here, or a chapter, where there are 2 crystals, so I can show you what it looks like to place both of my defenders, and then strategically place healers and stuff like that. So I'm running the game at 1x speed right now. If you're just looking to progress a little faster, I recommend ×2 speed. That's for most of the autoplay games. Now again, this is not entirely autoplay. I could be choosing to attack, and for example, one of my characters here has his special move ready, so I can use that, and now there's an area of effect lightning surrounding a specific portion of the map. So while they auto fight generally, you can opt to manually use their specials and manually use specific moves if you don't want the auto fight to just take care of it. So we're just about at the end here, and we have successfully defended the crystal. Now unfortunately one of my defenders did die, but it's irrelevant because the crystal is what's important here. So in some other games you might be familiar with characters needing to be alive for progression, but for Watcher of Realms you need to sustain your crystal. Now you can let a couple of enemies get by and attack your crystal without any repercussions, but there's a timer, and I'll show it to you in the next battle that I do. There's a timer, not a timer, a symbol that shows you how many free hits you have, essentially. So I'm not going to complete this quest, I'm just going to show you what the symbol looks like. So right up there in the top corner, there's a shield symbol. So this is a good example of a quest with 2. I might as well just do this for the sake of it, just to show you. Put one defender down and put another defender down. You need at least 2 on your team, at least at the progression level I'm at. I don't know if you need 3 further on. You might not. But I have my defenders here, so now I need to place a healer, ideally in the middle of them, which I'm doing right now. So one of my healers is healing both of my defenders. Now I need some attackers, so I'm going to place one of my ranged characters here, and then another ranged character right on the end here. Again, it's all about strategy. It's tower defense. You need to protect your tower, or protect your crystals. It's not a tower, it's a crystal, but the concept remains the same. I have another healer here who I'm probably just going to place on this side because one of my ranged characters needs more health than the other. And then I'm going to place my last ranged character here just in case the girl in front doesn't make it. I have another character in the back that will do just fine. And then for the sake of it, I can throw another one of my ranged characters out on the field. So now I'm maxed out. I have no more characters to place. And again, I can let the auto fight run, or if I choose to, I can use my special moves manually. We're just about done here, and then right after this I'm going to show you what a raid looks like. Now, I'm not strong enough to do the raids, but I do want to show you what they look like. I think the cinematics are very cool, and I think people will appreciate the almost lifelike feel. It's like you're really going in and fighting a dragon. So I'm going to show you what a raid looks like right now. So here's the raid menu. As you can see, plenty of different types of raids. There's the experience raid where you can just farm XP. There's the Drake's Chasm, which is a daily raid. That's what I'm going to be showing you. But there are plenty of different raids that earn plenty of different rewards when you complete them or when you participate. So Drake's Chasm, that's the dragon I was talking about. Look at this. Look at this thing. For a mobile game, this is pretty cool. Very, very cool. Now, I'm getting some rewards here because I did participate yesterday, and you get those daily for participation. So I'm going to fight this dragon. I've got my team ready to go. Now, one thing I need to do is swap out my lower knight here for my now 4-star healer. And now I can give it a go. So I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to do this. I'm going to let this cutscene play out because it is pretty cool. And you get a guide telling you essentially what to do. Pretty self-explanatory. You want to deal damage to the dragon. Now, my spirit gauge up there right above my head is essentially full, so I can place all of my characters right down from the get-go. So I want to make sure I'm spreading them out to where my healers can heal, and my damage dealers can deal damage while also being healed. I want to make sure that I'm kind of spreading them out, so healing is a priority. So now I can just let them go, turn on the ×2 speed if I would like to speed things up, and we just let the team go to town. I can change the camera angle, which is pretty cool. You get like a top-down view, almost as if you're in a stadium, you know, watching this dragon fight commence. So it goes through different phases. Like you can see, there's the dragon spirit. It just charged up, but my team was able to stop him, deal enough damage, and now we're getting through. I'm not sure how many lives or how many health bars he does have. It seems like we're chewing through his health pretty substantially, and all of my characters are staying topped up because of my healers. So again, it's all strategy based. You can't just place your heroes willy-nilly and expect things to go well. You need to strategically place your defenders, make sure you have healers close to your defenders, and then have at least one attacker within range of a healer. So if one of them is a little further out but is doing a lot of the grunt work, you have some backup just in case. Now, we just got absolutely wiped out by this dragon. Again, not very strong for this fight right now. One of my defenders is holding strong, but he's just not going to make it in the end. We did well enough. We completed our daily contribution. We only did around 1% health, but regardless, it's a daily contribution thing, and every day you do it, you get rewards for doing it. So that's what a raid looks like. There's plenty of other raids, like an XP raid, where you can just go in. You can even auto fight and just farm your XP, get up to higher levels, level up your characters, things like that. Let's go take a look at my heroes for a second after we get through the offers here. Brini, I'm terrible with names, but Brini is my strongest. She's leading the pack. She's my range girl, the Falcon's Eyes, her nickname. And then I have another 4-star, Hollow, who is a healer. It's really nice to have a 4-star healer, just to have that base level of power, protecting the rest of my team. And then this guy, I mentioned him earlier, he was the guy that I had started with, and he evolved into this Jack Frost / Iceman combination, where he only has one arm, but he's really rocking the arm, you know? And then there's plenty of other characters.
Don't you dare call me Captain Hook.
I love that voice line. I am going to call her Captain Hook because she has a flaming hook, but she asked me not to, so I guess I should apologize. So I'm sorry, Marine. I didn't mean to call you Captain Hook. And then Camille here, she's the first healer that I got, and she's been essential for my progress. I needed to do some XP farming to get through some of the chapters, some of the later chapters like Chapter 3, and if it wasn't for Camille and then Hollow later on, if I didn't have 2 healers, I would not have made it as far as I did. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is Watcher of Realms. I highly recommend you at least check this game out. There are so many rewarding things for coming to the game right now, especially the anniversary event, the 1-year anniversary, the Gala of Taya. Just signing in, you get daily summoning crystals. So there's so many rewards just for signing in. You get so many characters, so many opportunities at higher level characters just for signing in. So if this game does have any interest for any of the viewers out there, I do recommend downloading the game. The links are in the description and also the pinned comment. To end this video off, I'm going to do a couple of summons. I said that at the beginning, and I'm a man of my word. So I believe I can do 7. So I'm not going to do all 7, but I am going to do a couple. So this summoning crystal, I think the animation is pretty cool. I'm going to let it ride out. It explodes, and then, okay, we got a 2-star. Not very exciting, just rider. We're hoping to get a 4-star or above. 4-star or above is great. I don't have any 5 stars yet, so 3 stars okay. She is very tall. Kind of reminds me of Titania a little bit. But, like I said, 4-star and above is what we're looking for. 3 stars are still good, especially if there's a specific character that you like and you want to invest in. Go for it, because 3 stars can carry you a long way. I have a couple of 3 stars on my team right now, and they've been very helpful. Jonas, unfortunately, Jonas, I do not think you will be making the team, but I appreciate your effort and I commend you as a soldier, my friend. Okay, we're going to do one more summon, and then we're going to call it quits here. I think 4 is enough. Hopefully some luck. Okay, nothing too exciting. We got 2 3-stars and 2 2-stars, although he is very cool. He is a red goblin, so, you know, I like Red Goblin in Marvel. He's a Red Goblin. Cool. But, in any case, thank you all so much for watching this Watcher of Realms introduction video. If you did enjoy it, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, let you know what you think of the game itself if you decide to pick it up. And once again, a big shout out to Watcher of Realms for sponsoring the channel. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. In any case, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.